Sunday, September the 3rd, 2011, and on this rather grey, damp Sunday, I'm down at Oxted, about to do free walk 63, the long version, 13 miles, of an Oxted circular. Now unfortunately today, which I'm forced to walk upon because I've got commitments tomorrow, rain is expected. It's already raining at the moment, fine misty rain, which is annoying because it's not heavy enough to get the old waterproofs out, but annoyingly will interfere with my filming. Also, the East London line from Wapping was closed today, so I had to find other means to get to London Bridge, and then having got there, I find there's a replacement bus service from Purley to Oxted, and they are not the replacement buses over there, just some old vintage London Transport buses, but that's added 45 minutes to the journey because the buses take a long time to get from Purley to Oxted. Anyway, a bit of an inauspicious start to the day, and as you can see, very grey, and up on the North Downs there in the distance doesn't look very good. Chose this walk today because a lot of it is wooded and I was aware that it was going to rain, so keep fingers crossed it doesn't get any heavier. It's now 11:45. It's a 13-mile walk, so that's about 5.5 to 6 hours walking. Should be done by 6, and it's going to be probably a very annoying journey home with these buses probably rammed with people going back to work tomorrow and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, let's make the most of the walk. The first hints of countryside, having just come through the small alleyway next to house number 24 mentioned in the opening paragraph, and following this footpath through this meadow. Some further views back, having just crossed over that infant Eden, River Eden, as mentioned in the text. Still drizzling, fine drizzle. Row of attractive half-timbered cottages in Detterlands Lane, mentioned in the text. So, now in Limpsfield, Surrey, just in front of St Peter's Church, just off the High Street. That featured area erected in 2007, interestingly. Must have been a significant year for Limpsfield. And here we are. Very nice church it is as well. Very solid. Information board here telling us that the church was mentioned in the Domesday Book, and the tower is thought to date from 1180. The church from another angle looks like it's been extended, that other side there. Very large churchyard. I didn't bother looking for the musicians buried here, as mentioned in the text. Further views from point 2 in the text. Might as well get them in now, just in case the heavens open and I don't get any filming done later. A great bit of scenery that is. Autumn colours just starting to creep in. Guess they'll be early this year if all the fruits were. Just seen a couple of nuthatches. I couldn't get them on camera, unfortunately. Much more bird song now. as you can hear. Predominantly robins. Okay, just arrived at the golf course and there's no one on it. For a Sunday, that's very surprising. Must all be watching Andy Murray playing tennis, I guess. And just as I arrive here, the heavens have opened. It's not heavy rain, but the drizzle has turned into a drenching drizzle, unfortunately, but as predicted. So I'm not sure how much filming I better do henceforth. Okay, point 4 of the text. I had to miss out most of 3 because of the rain. Luckily though, I was walking inside the woodlands of Limpsfield and High Chart, which is where I still am, but there's been a brief respite in the rain. I mean, you can see on the North Downs over there that by the low cloud it's still pretty bad. Anyway, it's left off enough for me to grab a shot here of the Squerries estate, mentioned in point 4 of the text, and the permissive path mentioned there that runs along the edge of this field should be there. Doesn't seem to exist anymore, but it doesn't bother me today because obviously it's better to walk inside the wood. Although having said that, when the rain has actually stopped, like it has now, the breeze is making it actually wetter inside the wood with all the leaf droplets than it is out here. Anyway, let's press on. Point 5 of the text, just on the fringes of Westerham, and nice little valley scene there. Thank God it's left off raining. Might get dried out before I hit the lunchtime spot. Still, there are others around. 4 people I've seen in the last 5 minutes. Further pleasant views as we walk down into Westerham. It's now 2 o'clock-ish. So I've been walking almost exactly 2 hours. According to the text, this little stream here is the source of the Darren, just 2 kilometres from its origins, just outside this house called Park Lodge. Okay, now in Westerham, and that's the suggested lunchtime pub over there, the Jordan Dragon. Traditional 16th century coaching house. Ahead of the high street. Okay, 3 o'clock. I've just had lunch here in the storm porch of St Mary the Virgin, Westerham. Rain's left off again temporarily. Let's see how long that lasts. Pleasant enough view from the entrance to the church. And as I say, on days like today, these storm porches make very hospitable places to be. Let's go and grab a shot of Churchill out on the green there. Next weekend at Westerham is the Scarecrows and Soldiers weekend. Obviously, not being a local, I'm not 100% sure what that's all about. Regular event anyway. Could have something to do with this chap, Churchill, 1874 to 1965, and this plinth, made of bronze I think, or brass, was dedicated by General Tito and the people of Yugoslavia. I notice over there by those tea rooms another scarecrow, so obviously a big thing here. Memorial also on the green to General Wolfe. The view from the top of Hosey Hill, which is a derivative of my surname. Delightful. Most of the stiles mentioned on this walk have now been replaced by kissing gates. Just about to enter the Chartwell estate. And the sun's even just stuck its head out. Following the path through Tower Wood. This is the permissive footpath as opposed to the public one. It's that time of the year where we start seeing fungi again. And again, that one's attached to a birch tree, or a dead birch. I can't for the life of me remember the name. The ivy covered Victorian folly mentioned in the text, now also shrouded in sunshine, which is very nice. Lovely aroma in this wood now as the sun dries everything off. Lovely splash of heather there. Lovely colour. Walking along Hosey Common Lane at the point where you cross the Greensand Way, which I walked before this section. At least it's stopped raining and the sun's shining through, or trying. So, having been on the National Trust's Limpsfield estate earlier, but unable to film that, we're now entering Chartwell. At this point you have a choice. You either go left via the lake, which is a route I inadvertently took before, having got lost after Hosey Hill. So that means I shall take the right and go to the visitor centre and hopefully find out where I went wrong before for future reference. I think I know the answer to that already, but soon find out. Bit spooky. This looks like a fresh grave. And over in the distance there I can hear bagpipes. Must be something going on at Chartwell, I guess. Yeah, there it is over there. Some kind of marquee on. Not sure if this camera's picking it up. Lovely views Churchill had. Well, isn't that amazing? I did walk to this point before when I was doing that book 2 walk, but then decided this wasn't the right area, so I turned back. Anyway, I've established from that coach driver down there, he's the driver for the RAF band, and that's who's playing here this afternoon, along with Stacey Solomon later on apparently. automate or raise money for Help for Heroes. See, they've got the RAF flag flying up above Chartwell House. And that noise I just heard a minute ago was Stacey Solomon sound checking. So how annoying that I walked this point before and didn't recognise the entrance. But there you go. Some fine views from Mariners Hill, just after the Limpsfield Way marker, or Limpsfield Walk marker post. Some great views Churchill had, eh? Some nice potential picnic spots here. A couple of benches I've noticed along this section. Sun's out over there. Not yet reached us here. The views walking down the farm track towards the village of Froghole. Interesting name. Right, just passed through the delightful little village of Froghole. More like a hamlet really. Just hit the field after the stile, coming down the steps to the church. Lovely. Now the rain's gone away and it's brightened up. Very pleasant afternoon. Some further lovely views from a point near Holy Trinity Church, mentioned in the text, which we're approaching just over there. Looking back from the church towards the village of Froghole, up there on the hill. As you just heard there, I believe that's 5 o'clock. Interesting village sign. Lovely village sign, that one. Having just crossed the driveway to Trevorrow Manor, now find that we're on the Tandridge border path. Getting a bit dark again. The fenced in path mentioned in point 12 of the text, heading west, is no longer there. Clearly the hedge has been ripped up here. Swallows there gathering on the old lines already, spreading their wings, getting ready for the long journey home. Tenchley's Manor under construction. It's now become a fine September's evening. Trying to zoom in on that bird of prey, there it is. Looks he got his eyes on something. Gone. Well, there's a fine view that we've recorded before when walking this route in reverse. The Hurst Green walk. Delightful. You do find some public footpaths in some strange places. This one being behind that gate that I've just come out of. Fine views from Pastons Road. Now next to Oast Cottage, and we're back on the Greensand Way. Ahead of us. Another week, another golf course. This time Paynes Hill. Just leaving the west heath of Limpsfield Common. It's actually quite late now, it's 6:30, so I'm going to miss the 6:45 bus, which is annoying because there ain't another one for an hour. So here we are, missed the 7:15 bus by minutes, so I'm now waiting for the 7:45. That was a very nice walk despite the rain at lunchtime, so that's free walk 63 completed.